Hello everyone, welcome to Popcorn episode, it's episode 26, isn't it? 26. Now you lads started on episode 6, I did it with a few others first, and you all started, that was about a year ago today really.
When they sacked him
It wasn't far off.
When they sacked him off.
I don't think this is working, Rick, can you leave?
I traded them for better models.
You say that
That's
now.
a compliment, I'm being nice
You
to
say
you.
that now.
Yeah.
Only because you couldn't get an old female cast.
They've actually asked if they can do a special with us. They has, so in the pub the other night, yes they did. They were like, they actually want to do another podcast with us.
That's what it was.
With us?
No, me.
You?
I tell you what. I tell you,
Chris
it
is
would
gonna
be brilliant to do a podcast with the Movie Generations gang because they're completely against either what me or John say. So
Not always.
I think 95% of the world's population
Against yours, yeah.
and 99.736% are against Transformers.
That's true as well. We've got one guy who rates everything as an 8.5 or higher. We've got one guy who loves Transformers, which is a terrible film.
And big muscles.
Yeah. So
I did disagree with. I know it's like going off the tangent. Someone put on the Movie Generator. I was watching Behind Enemy Lines. Enemy Lines.
Yeah.
With Owen. Is it Owen Wilson?
Owen Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that film is absolutely amazing.
It's astounding.
I love that film.
It's astounding.
But it's astounding,
no.
but it is a good film. No, it's definitely a good
yeah,
film.
but it's not.
No, I'm sorry, I
So-
think it's great.
I love it, but someone just put on too much slow-mo. What's that? Oh.
He wasn't technically being. He still might like the film.
Right, yeah.
It's like Star Trek, too much lens flare, and do you know what I mean?
Too many stars.
Probably, yeah.
I thought it was sensational.
I did. I loved it. It was one of me all time
Solidarity
favourites.
Did easy. Absolutely easy.
Yeah, what would you give it, Si?
Definitely a solid 8.
Not a 5. It's
Because
not that good then. Too
well,
much
it's
slow-mo.
It's getting old now, isn't it?
So, you don't knock a film down.
No,
I do,
but
I
some of the
What are you talking
greatest films are old films.
Yeah, I know. Like The Fifth Element.
Greatest game.
I tell you what, I'd give that a 9. And I still
Would you?
Yeah. I love that film. Cheesy as it is,
Right.
I think it's absolutely fantastic.
Well, you can't knock a film down because it's older.
Schindler's List.
Yeah. Inglourious Bastards.
I'll be careful how I say that.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction. My word.
They're not even that old, really.
No,
in
no, 20-year-old.
terms. I've just watched a film early 70s, which I'll talk about later. I don't think any of you will have seen it. Remind me to bring that back up.
Right.
But I was sat there going,
Debbie Does Dallas.
this is this. Have you seen
Confessions of a Window Cleaner.
Have you seen Enemy of the State?
Yes.
Yes.
Will Smith, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, that's a watch. There you go.
You've seen it though.
Yes.
Oh God, yeah.
Will Smith, right. Well, remind me, I'll talk about that there. But this is our first podcast in 2016. We'll be honest, we did do one.
On New Year's Eve.
Well, it was New Year's morning, wasn't it? Yeah, we had all, it was about 1:30. We had quite a few...
It was a failure. Basically, it was a complete flop.
Why was
It
that, John?
failure.
Yeah, whose fault was that, John?
Because it was everybody's fault.
No,
Hang on. Maybe to emphasise this, maybe put a little clip of it in. Just to show...
I'm not sure if there's
just
any...
so they can
No,
listen
no,
to
no,
what
no,
the
no,
meal
I
was
don't
like.
think-
Your
Why
followers
it's not-
will go from 4,000 to minus 4,000 in about 0.5 seconds if you do that. I'm telling you now. Not a chance.
You got very angry, and there was about half an hour of you just...
Can we just
I'll
say
explain why he was
one of the biggest anger points for John
Yeah.
was that I gave away apparently a spoiler for Return of the Jedi.
Came out in
20-odd-year-old.
87?
87.
Is it?
86.
Late 80s. Well,
Yeah.
So, and
I haven't
apparently
seen it.
nearly 30 years. 30 years.
Yeah.
And it's a spoiler.
And then 5 minutes later, said a massive spoiler for Inside Out, and was like, "Oh, it doesn't matter. It came out last year."
Yeah.
Went completely against himself,
Yeah.
but he would not let it lie, would he?
No.
He was adamant that he
It's
was
all
right.
our fault. We're
And
all
that was
bunch of
after
bastards.
breaking the dead pill ornament.
Moving on.
Oh yeah, my £60 ornament.
Fucking hell.
Dead
What else?
pill ornament.
Have you got a list here that you've got to compile? Go through it one by
Well,
one.
actually, on the back of that piece of paper,
Yeah,
there's a full
yeah.
list.
Just rolls forever. But yeah, what we're going to do, because the drunk one had no structure, it's deleted. We're going to go through the big films of 2016, talk about which ones we're most excited about. And we've got one hell of a year, and so we better get cracking, really, because there's a lot. I haven't introduced any of you, so who's here?
Simon.
Gary.
No,
Dave.
No. There's Simon, there's Rick, there's John.
Hello.
And there's Graham.
Oh, yeah.
And right, Simon.
Yes.
Which film are you most looking forward to next year?
I'm split.
Ooh.
But between the two.
No, you can't be split. You have to say one. No, one.
All right, then I'll go for Star Trek Beyond.
Is your film that you're most looking forward to next year?
Well, I'm a Trekkie, so yes.
Wow.
But
You're a saddie.
I'm sorry, but that's there's loads of films I'm really looking forward to. But
I had this argument with John earlier. He hasn't watched the new versions of Star Trek, the films. J.J. Abrams.
Listen.
Right, and so he can't, can he? He has to see them because
I
he
tried
thinks
to watch. I tried to watch one on a plane to the Dominican Republic. Right.
Which one?
It was
the first one.
possibly the first one.
How long
Yeah.
have you been married?
7 years this August.
So...
Might be right.
Yeah, it would be the first
I'll
one.
tell you what that in. You know, Unstoppable, with the train. Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
It had the other guy in it. Now I don't know his name.
So
the
guy,
the train.
Denzel Washington. Well, it was a different actor.
Yeah, I don't know his name. I don't know his name. So hence the fucking different actor. So.
Was it the guy who played the train?
Right, so it's got that guy as one of the leading roles, and I just could not get into it at all. And I was on a plane for fucking 8 hours.
It was the conductor.
I think it's planes. It's planes because you didn't like Ex Machina, and that is a very highly rated film from last year.
That?
No,
and you watched that on a plane.
Okay.
I'll possibly watch it again to see if I've missed any points.
It was a brilliant
You
movie.
did
Points
stop
of
and
interest.
Start it throughout the plane.
Yeah, you did.
Well, no, I think I was about 10 to 15 minutes off the end when I had to shut it down because we're coming into land.
Any tension in that will have gone because then.
Yeah.
So, but I was on a plane and I was watching it and I just couldn't get away with it. I had to switch it over to something else.
No, you watched it all.
I watched about halfway through.
You watched the last.
You
10
watched
minutes.
the end because I saw the
On the
end.
way
You
up.
spoiled the end for me.
Yeah, that's
No, Star Trek.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
no, I'm talking about Star Trek.
You got you.
No, sorry, not next. Whatever it is.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so that's one you're most excited for, eh?
Yes.
The trailer put me off a bit. It was too much action-y, kind of over-the-top nonsense. And it's getting directed by the guy who did the Furious 7, I think it is.
Yeah.
And I wasn't a fan of that. It's just daft, too
Oh,
soon.
don't set him off. Don't set him off already.
So, they have said...
I can't remember this one.
They have said that it is actually a little bit more what it should be, what you expect Star Trek, a bit more character-based and stuff.
And it's not all about the ship.
And that trailer was probably made for the Star Wars fans because it was shown in the Star Wars premieres and stuff. So, what are you looking forward to, John? Just one film, the one you're most looking forward to.
I've compiled a list.
Well, just one film.
I only have one.
We're going to go through the list after this.
Right, Batman vs Superman for me.
Most excited film.
What are you shaking your head at?
And the reason I'm excited for it, it's not my most because I feel that all the trailers they've released, you kind of feel like you know where it's going to go with it and what's going to happen.
Yeah, I feel like I've watched it already.
Yeah,
only from that one trailer.
You could be surprised though.
Oh no, and
It is.
that's the thing, and I hope I am. But I think if I hadn't seen as much content in the trailers as I have,
I agree.
I think I'd be more excited for the next.
I think they give a bit too much away.
Just to
in the
stick up
trailer
for it a
itself.
little bit, Zack Snyder has come out and said, you haven't seen everything. That
Which I'm
trailer
hoping
was
he's
meant
right.
to be like that. The film is quite a long film. I can't remember off the top of my head now. It's not
If
far.
you've seen everything, it's a pretty short fucking film.
It's about 2.5 hours long or something. So it's got a lot of characters who we haven't got. Aquaman in there, which we haven't seen yet and stuff.
Can I just also point out, I can't bring any films to reference because I cannot remember any. But there's been a couple of recent films where trailers have been coming out. You think you're going to see all the best bits, but that's only the beginning of the film. It's sort of like you think.
But I'd still like a lot of that to have been
Yeah.
kept. I didn't need to see if it is Doomsday, like, and like there's enough to go off just the fight between them two to sell the film, and then anything else would be a bonus in the movie, wouldn't it?
My other concern with it is, are they going to try and do a Marvel and introduce all these characters like Aquaman to then try and spin off a whole series of different films on it, like X-Men did with Origins, where you've got Wolverine and stuff. But then it's this DC trying to do a Marvel.
Yeah, and Marvel have done it over many, many years. They had an Iron Man film, they had the Hulk film, they had the Thor film, and then they all came together. Batman vs Superman is just kind of like they've just started, and yet Suicide Squad, all them characters we've not even met.
No, and that's it. So it feels like they're pulling everything together, then going to have to diversify it out.
Yeah.
Whereas Marvel, like you say, did the opposite. They had lots of individuals, brought them together. Yeah. A few offshoots, a series of combined films.
Yeah. I do really like how Marvel have done it.
And I think the other thing, Doubts, is we've all seen what Marvel do, and you kind of go, can DC do the same thing?
Yeah, and again with Marvel, the way they did that, if one of them films failed, it wasn't the end of it. Yeah. Whereas if Batman vs Superman and Suicide Squad don't do very well, that's supposed to be their building, that's their foundations, and if they're not very good,
he could have possibly seen him do something else Superman-y before Batman and Superman come across.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Superman, the standalone Superman film wasn't particularly strong. It didn't do great in reviews and stuff. I didn't mind it. The first time I saw it, I didn't like it. I left the cinema. I was like a bit disappointed.
I loved it.
I watched it again, and I was all right with it. But it feels like they might be trying to rush to catch up with Marvel here.
Yeah, that's my only one. Hopefully they won't, and it'll be good. But I just worry that we're actually going to see a bad attempt at what Marvel have done well.
Well, the new TV spot that's just come out shows Batman and Superman fighting again. It's only 30 seconds long, but the bit where he crashes his car into him, right?
Yeah.
But we've already seen in that other trailer that we know they're going to become allies. That's what annoys me. Like, didn't need to see that. I want it to be them two. So,
or leave that a surprise.
Yeah, exactly.
To go into the cinema not known, and don't put it in the trailer.
Yeah. But we'll find out. I am looking forward to it, but I just don't like their promotional campaign. What are you most looking forward to, Graham?
The ones I'm looking for... the one I'm looking forward to the most is probably Suicide Squad.
Okay.
It's a toss-up between Deadpool and Suicide Squad, but I think with Suicide Squad you're going to get the Deadpool character, but then you've also... I'm not going to lie, one of the big reasons is Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
It's a massive draw for me. Just Margot Robbie running around as Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Holy mother of Jesus.
We haven't seen an awful lot.
And that's and this is what we're saying.
There
about
is another
trailers.
trailer out on the 19th.
Yeah, and this is what we're saying about trailers. Like at the minute, we haven't got too much given away, and it kind of draws you in. And I think if they do it kind of similar to what they've done already, and give that same level of content, it's going to draw you in even further and go, oh my God, I've got to go see this.
Yeah.
Whereas Deadpool, every single trailer that's come out is pure hilarity and does make you want to go. But again, it's showing you lots. Whereas Suicide Squad's teasing you. It's making you go, what's going on here? Can I see? I want to see more of this bit. I want to see more of this. But yeah, Suicide Squad.
Hopefully DC have learned from the Batman one, because there was such a big backlash of it.
Yeah, totally.
And this new one, they've kept a lot of it secret. But yeah, to have Will Smith and Margot Robbie and Jared Leto all in one film. I mean,
looks
the
amazing.
Joker. The cast is brilliant.
I love Jared Leto and I love the Joker, and for me personally,
we know Batman's going to show up and all.
Yeah, it's hard to see that going wrong. And what you've seen of Leto as the Joker, pictures and stuff, you go, actually, do you know what? This is going to be a really dark Joker. And I like that.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it. For my film, the one I'm probably... Well, again, it's a toss-up. I'm going to go with Independence Day, Resurgence. There is doubt.
Yeah.
There's no denying that I'm a little bit worried.
Yeah.
Because it's got Will Smith in.
Well, it's Roland Emmerich, right? And like that first Independence Day was one of my all-time favourites. And Day After Tomorrow is one of my all-time favourites.
Yeah.
But he's made some pretty ropey ones as well.
Yeah,
2012
that was
pretty
bad.
poor.
Yeah.
And I'm just a little bit worried he's gone, I need something that I can guarantee success in, just to kind of get my name back up there again. And Independence Day, his biggest film. Without Will Smith as well, I think, I mean, the cast is still pretty strong.
I think it's going to do well. I honestly think it'll do well.
I think it'll do well. I just, but if it is a good film, that's the one I'm most looking forward to. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
If they do pull that one off, I know that one will be the one that I'll enjoy the most, probably.
I just don't understand why they wait that long to make a sequel. Like they did with like what they're going to do with Incredibles.
Again, that's what I'm slightly worried about. Is maybe that exactly what I just like. He's worried that he just needed another big film, and
he's going for something that was big for him last time.
Safe bet, isn't it?
I just don't understand why. I mean, you know that it's been an epic blockbuster. Independence Day and I think Jurassic Park at that time were just off the scale.
Yeah.
Why wait to do a sequel? I mean,
look at Jurassic World though. There's about a decade between the third one and that one, so they took a long time, and maybe that's a good thing.
Well, look at the kind of like Independence Day, Finding Nemo, Incredibles. You got the Incredibles 2 coming out. You got Finding Dory coming out, and then you've got Resurgence coming out.
The other thing you can do is it kind of draws two audiences to it, doesn't it? It draws the likes of us who've seen it as a kid and gone, "Do you know, that's one of my great like the films I used to watch as a kid," and then people of our age who've got kids who then want to go see it and go, "Oh,
a new audience."
And you're like, "Oh, do you know what? We'll watch the first one." So you're getting two target markets as well as your general.
Yeah, I see your point. Yeah, I see your point.
It's like Star Wars Force Awakens that's just come out. That's doing that. I've watched it. Me and Simon have watched it, so we'll do our review after the 2016 films. But that's like a refresh and to get a new generation of fans.
Yeah, no, I see your point.
And maybe it's a plus point that they've took the time and waited for a proper script and not just throwing anything together. Well, only time will tell. So if it's a good film, that's the one I'm most looking forward to. There is quite a high potential of it being terrible, but we'll see. Right, we'll just quickly go through some. So we'll do all the comic films first, because 2016 is the year of the comic. Like there's no denying that.
No.
So we've touched on it. Deadpool. The advertisement campaign for that has been brilliant, and if the humour stays up to that level.
And again, there's two target audiences. You've got the kids who like the little superhero, but then you've got the comedy, the almost adult comedy underlying that way.
Yeah, it's something
Kids
different.
are going to be laughing because he does something funny.
Kids won't be in this, though. It's not rated.
Well, but
they will watch it.
Yeah, exactly. But then you've got the parents watching it who are finding what he's saying funny.
Yeah.
You know, but you're right. Kids, it's not targeted for kids, but they will watch.
They will, of course, they will. But that's it because it's R-rated. It's going to be different to your normal superhero films that are coming out this year. They're all so serious, and this one's just kind of poking fun at itself. It knows what it is.
Yeah.
I was going to touch on it in the news, but they've explained that he can only break the fourth wall when he's Deadpool.
Right.
When he's his normal self, he's not unaware that he's in a movie, which is really weird.
Blonde moment, fourth wall.
Talks to you. Talks to the viewer. He knows he's in a movie.
Oh, right, brilliant.
He does that in the comics. He talks to. He knows he's in a comic.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool. I like the idea of that.
Yeah, he'll look directly into the camera and stuff. You never get that in films.
No, you don't, do you?
Because it pulls you out of it. But if done properly. Captain America: Civil War, which I'm surprised wasn't any of your.
It is, but this is. I'm just going for my all-time favourites. So this film, it's going to be immense.
And my other thing with Captain America is...
You're shaking your head.
What can they do differently? I'm intrigued to see what they're going to do differently from the other Captain Americas.
What's that check?
To see, is it going to be very samey to the rest? Or is it going to be totally different to the rest? So I'm interested to see what it is, but I'm not overly excited for it. I'll go watch it. I will watch it, but it's not one.
He just said the same thing as well. He's shaking his head. Are you not excited for this film?
I think the issue is you know what you're going to get.
Yeah,
I've just you said Star Trek.
What are you talking about, Joe?
That was 20 minutes ago.
Then you said Star Trek.
I was just saying I was excited to.
Sorry, John's via satellite link up.
No, I'm really going for it. Yeah, it's something I'm definitely going to. got me way to watch. Absolutely.
Yeah, but because we've seen all the Marvel films and of all like Ant-Man and Captain America, the last one, and the Avengers, they've all feel.
And
They should because they're all the same universe. But
Captain America's had the most films, hasn't it?
yeah, you know
So
what
you kind of go, oh, is this another? And like I say, I am looking forward to it, but I just I've got that.
It's got a better storyline.
Yeah.
That's
well,
what keeps me. If it was just another like Age of Ultron or something, I wouldn't be as I'd be a bit like, yeah, I'll see it and it'll be good. But this one is a little bit more. It's friends v friends, isn't it? And it's about government control and stuff. It's a little bit deeper and it'll be a bit more character driven. I think and it needs that in these films now. X-Men Apocalypse.
Yes.
Bryan Singer, he knows what he's doing. He's made all the good ones.
Yeah.
It's guaranteed to be a good film.
Yeah, that's it.
Haven't they made enough, mate? Come on, seriously?
Are you saying that about Bond?
Hang on.
Oh.
Bond?
Yeah.
Well,
They made enough of them.
It's got to be careful here because I'll stick up for you normally.
X-Men, brilliant.
Transformers.
Don't get it wrong, right? Whoa! Hang on. Right?
They made enough of them. They made enough after the first one.
They are a good movie franchise. I'm not gonna disagree with that, but it just
it's one of them films I think they can do loads more. How many characters is there in that world? You've got thousands of comics that can and storylines.
Look at the second and third one. I mean, they were pretty poor.
Yeah, but they don't exist anymore.
But they did.
But they don't. Not in the story. Not in the universe anymore.
I mean, obviously, from the first one to present day, that was part of the movie set, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They still technically are, but they don't exist in the timeline anymore.
Don't get us wrong. I do want to see it, but I'm not that hyped up about it.
Yeah. So now they've technically reset it, but again, it's back in the past, isn't it? We're following the younger ones.
Yeah,
that was slow-mo, that was.
Yeah.
Which is a weird thing because they must do all right. They must defeat him because in the last one they're all alive, so it kind of gets rid of some worries.
See the Wolverine films.
Yeah, and that's
they were
do you know what the outcome is before you've even watched?
We do, don't we? We know that. Yeah.
I mean, the Wolverine films were good.
No, they weren't.
They were. Did you?
No.
Yes, they fucking were.
No.
They were.
The overall reviews and stuff online, they're not very good.
But was it the first one? Was it just Wolverine, and then they brought out their Wolverine? Is that how it worked?
No.
Well, they brought out
we had Wolverine Origins, and then just the Wolverine.
Yeah. The Wolverine was separate to the Origins one.
Yeah, in China, Tokyo, wherever it was.
I thought they were alright because I love Wolverine, but they could have been a lot better.
I don't know. I thought they was just spot on. No, I thought they were really, really good.
Should we jump into another? Cause,
go on then.
Doctor Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch, who in Sherlock is brilliant, and they couldn't get a better actor for it.
Yeah.
They even moved the whole film in and everything to make sure they had him.
I must admit, I've not heard much about this. I don't know Doctor Strange.
It's got a big director on board. Forgive me, can't remember his name, but he's done a lot of very good horror films and stuff. So this one sounds like it's going to be a darker one.
Is there a trailer out yet? Or
No,
anything?
not yet.
Nothing.
We'll get one soon enough, I think. A teaser soon, at least. And that is the main comic ones, to be fair. Well, we can blast through sequels if you want first. You've got Rogue One, which is the next Star Wars film.
But is that a spin-off?
Yeah, it's a spin-off. It's the class of Star Wars story. So it's, at the beginning of episode 4.
Fucking hell.
At the beginning of episode 4, Leia's got plans for the Death Star and how to destroy it.
Right.
And she gives them to R2-D2, who wanders off and finds Luke, right? It's where them plans came from. It's the little crew that went in and got them plans. That's basically what that story's about.
Okay.
So we kind of know they get them.
Finding
Dory.
Pet lip on them.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's going to be a nice, light-hearted family film.
Yeah.
Means the kids can watch Nemo again.
Simon, you don't.
I know. When I first heard of it, I was like, yeah, can't wait for it.
Yeah.
But the fact that there's other cartoon-based films I'm more looking forward to now.
Like?
The Ice Age one. I cannot wait for that.
Fucking hell.
No.
What?
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. No.
Still looking forward to Dory, but it's not as high up.
I'm looking forward to Dory a lot more than I see.
Yeah.
It's not as high up as...
Mama's walking around again. Oh, squirrel chasing her nuts
Hurt you again,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, I will bet you my entire life that by the end of the film, the squirrel still hasn't caught that bloody nut.
Yeah.
Scrap will always find his nuts.
But he
He
then
hasn't,
lose
though.
it again in the
Oh,
last
yeah,
scene
yeah.
of the film.
He hasn't done the 3 fucking films. What makes you think he's going to do it in this one?
Yeah.
Right, but I mean, I'm still looking forward. I mean, the Cars 3, is it?
Oh,
That's not this year.
no, that's
Is it
going to
not?
be shite.
Oh.
The
Cars
second
2
one was shite.
Cars 2 was bad enough. Planes
Yeah.
was even worse.
Planes was bad.
That's the issue. The Pixar can mess up sequels. What was the other one?
Just do one, leave it alone, bosh.
Monsters University was a bit...
Yeah, Monsters University was a lot worse than Inc.
The first one,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping it's not, because Finding Nemo is probably one of my most favourite ones.
Yeah.
The first one, I rate that above most.
Let's hope it's not a flop.
It won't be a flop. It could be a terrible film, but it'll still do well. We've got, for other sequels, London Has Fallen.
Yes.
Yeah, looks good.
Olympus Has Fallen wasn't brilliant, but
No,
the fact that this is in London makes it great.
I
Yeah.
preferred the other one with White House Down, Channing Tatum.
I did.
I
did
preferred
you?
that one.
No,
Yeah.
I preferred Olympus Has Fallen.
No, I
I got a
preferred the
little
other
bit
one.
more.
See, there was a trailer in the Star Wars that showed. I hadn't seen. It's probably out, but I hadn't seen it. It showed a bit more of what was going to happen within London, and it was like whoa.
Just seeing the redcoats running around shooting and
Yeah.
stuff. Oh, yes.
Bad Santa 2 I've just seen on there.
Yeah, got Bad Santa 2 coming out Christmas. They're all back on board, most of the original cast and stuff. That'll be good.
God, he's pushing it now, like, isn't he? Billy Bob Thornton.
How old is he? He's not that old. Is he?
I don't know, I'll have to check his date of birth on Google.
Now You See Me Too?
Yes and no.
No.
Now You See Me wasn't a bad film.
From the trailers, I was really excited for that film, and the film kind of let me down. I was left a bit like, eh.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Now You See Me?
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson?
Only a few years ago.
No.
No.
I'm surprised by that.
You never heard of it?
No.
Weird. And Born?
Oh.
No.
No! Born?
Bourne,
What?
Jason Bourne.
Seriously? Did you like Born Identity?
Yeah, I did.
Did you like Supremacy?
Yeah.
Did you like
but-
Ultimatum?
All 3 of them
No.
are brilliant.
Oh, yeah, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, them 3 are all Matt Damon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
The 4th one was a bit
Fourth
pants.
one was
The
awful.
4th one was terrible.
Yeah.
But it's Paul Greengrass and Matt
Oh, is
Damon
it?
back together
Oh,
again.
well,
It's
if
the
that's
original...
right, in that case, I'm more inclined to see it. I don't think I'll rush and watch it.
How did you
my
not know Matt
God.
Damon was going to be in it?
You did, didn't you?
I thought you said...
I knew Damon was in it, but I didn't know Paul Green.
Yeah, the whole original,
you
the
said
whole
the original
original
cast.
cast are coming
Yeah.
back, and they kind of, I think
Right.
they're just trying to ignore that the 4th one happened because it was.
And just
Terrible.
Yeah, well, if that's the case, and they get it back on track, then okay. Actually, I'm not going to rush and watch it. I will
The
find.
issue is they were based on the
I
books,
will
weren't
be
they?
watching,
Yeah.
watching that, mother.
Obviously, they
I
haven't got
will find a way of watching it without
John
attending my
pre-booked his
local.
ticket.
I will be
theatre.
hitting the cinema for that one. That's one of my very high up films, if not. That was the one that was kind of in line with Independence Day. Kind of, I absolutely love the original trilogy. We've got quickly blast through the other ones. Ghostbusters, female
No.
reboot.
I kind of fear it's going to destroy my childhood, like my entire childhood, and I'm going to spend the next 20 years in therapy.
I am interested to see how it's going to pan out though. I want it because like obviously
They'll probably just shoot a few ghosts and
Yeah.
crack a few jokes. And
And if
Yeah,
the dare
Ride round in a
bring
white
Mrs.
car that makes an Eno sound.
If they
That's
bring
about
Mrs.
it.
Staples back, that is it. I will smash it
and if
up.
they don't have the original theme tune, I'm walking straight out the cinema. If it starts off and it's something else, I'll be like, yeah, bollocks to this.
No.
I'll be gone. The Jungle Book.
I mean, you're going to pay all that money
Yes.
just to walk out?
Yes.
The Jungle
And
Book looks amazing.
More so after those posters
The
have been put
posters were
together.
beautifully done. Yeah,
You go, yes,
Yeah.
yeah, cannot wait for that.
it looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
And if the story holds up, which is based on Jungle Book, should Disney, yeah,
And of course we've got John playing the King of the Jungle.
Haven't they already done a live action of this before? I'm sure they have.
I'm the king of the swingers, the jungle VIP.
I'm sure they have, haven't they? They've
Live
already done a
action.
live
If they are, I'd like to hear the original theme tunes. I don't know if they're going to
Yeah.
have many of them, but we know Bare Necessities. They whistle that in the trailer.
There.
Yeah,
Yes.
right at the end, the bear's like going down the river, and he's like,
I haven't seen the trailer for it yet. I need to watch this.
Really?
Yeah, I've
I
missed.
think we're going to get a new one soon, to be fair.
Because there's a different version, isn't there? Am I right in thinking?
What do you mean?
Is there a different sort of jungle film, live action?
Tarzan?
That's the one.
It
Completely different film. That's the only one I've seen.
was in a jungle, I'll give him that.
Yeah.
The trailer for Tarzan.
I've only seen the Tarzan trailer, so it's the Jungle Book trailer.
Well, we touched on again on news, but I did a question, like a poll online to see which one people are most looking forward to. And I'll tell you the results then. Hail Caesar, which has got one hell of a cast in it.
Hasn't half.
They're building. They're making. I'm not entirely sure what's happening from the trailer, but they're making a film, aren't they?
Yeah, they're making a film, and one of the main characters gets kidnapped,
Yeah.
and they're wanting a ransom, aren't they?
Yeah.
And it's George Clooney who plays Hail Caesar. He's the one that gets kidnapped,
Yeah.
and it just basically stems from there. It looks funny as fuck.
Assassin's Creed.
Yes, I'm interested.
Michael Fassbender.
Yes. You said you were excited to see this one as
It's
well.
near Christmas, so we haven't seen much about that yet.
Well, I was playing the game that I would probably never finish. Game's just
Still playing it.
It
Game's
started
too
in
long.
1982.
Wow.
Still playing it. man.
Jack Reacher. Never Go Back.
No.
You know what you're going to get from that. Yeah.
Never seen the first one. I didn't see the first one.
The Huntsman actually looks pretty good,
Does.
doesn't it? That is Chris Hemsworth.
That is Chris Hemsworth.
See, hasn't The Huntsman been out before? I mean, I don't.
No, there was that one with them
Snow White
two.
and the Huntsman.
Right. So yeah,
Yeah, there was that one with Hawkeye and
yeah.
Yeah.
whatever.
So what's this based on?
Same type of thing. Mirror,
Right,
mirror,
yeah.
magic mirror. Whoever owns it rules the world.
So is this a different? This is not done by.
No, it's kind of
And it's that really
like Snow White
attractive
and the
woman in
Huntsman,
it.
Charlize
but without
Theron.
Snow White.
Charlize Theron,
Right.
who plays that role really well. She's already played a role like that before.
Sensational she is.
Very, very pretty. Yeah. The Huntsman we've talked about. Fantastic Beasts, the Harry Potter spin-off.
I am looking forward to this. I think it might be good.
It depends.
It's like an adult version of Harry Potter.
If it's dark, like the last Harry Potters were, I'll enjoy it. If it's stupidly childlike, like the first
Some
Harry
people are the
Potters,
other way around with that, though, aren't
No,
they? They liked
well,
it when it
then
was more
they're
innocent. The younger ones.
they are idiots.
All right.
If you're one of the people listening who prefers the early Harry Potters, you are an idiot.
We've got Alice in Wonderland coming out. We've got
There's
the
all one's
BFG.
gone down.
The BFG, Spielberg.
Yes.
That
Yes.
does look special.
I cannot wait. That book was my childhood.
I'm looking forward to it to see how it's going to play out because I watched
The
the
trailer
cartoon
looks
film.
amazing. Although John does claim it's somewhat sinister the way he grabs a young girl out of the bed.
Well, it is a little.
Yeah, but
It is basically a big blow kidnapping a young child.
But he's a
Well, that
big
was
friendly
Jim Fixit.
giant.
Yeah, she doesn't know that. You got this fucking big
The
hand
title
going in
kind
to
of
get
gives
her.
it away, doesn't it? He's going to be nice.
yeah.
Ruined.
It took a while to get
Trailer,
Spoiler
again. Angry
Beautiful,
Birds, which is
Oh.
many years too late.
No, that's wrong. They shouldn't have brought it out.
It might do alright.
No, I think that'll bomb.
The trailers are
No, I
alright.
think that'll bomb. I like it anyway.
He's been practicing that since years
hasn't
ago.
he?
I like Angry Birds, but I don't know if I'd be bothered about a film about Angry Birds.
Yeah. Nah.
The game was enough.
How
The game
sorry,
was shit anyway.
Just out of interest, how are they going to do it? Are they just going to have somebody sat
Some
there
stupid story.
pulling
I
a
didn't
fucking
know. They've
catapult?
They've got
With a
bodies
slingshot
now.
or something.
No.
I mean, I'm a geek, right? Alright, so I've been playing Angry Birds for quite a few years now.
I'm not
And
sure
so-
that makes you
Still
a
not
geek.
past level 10.
They've been sticking like their cartoon things in it, so it's the same. And obviously they've got no fucking hands, so these eggs just float about and they just chase these fucking eggs. I think it's just going to be based on that. Isn't it?
Is this going to be another Pixels?
Could be.
Well, no, because you got the Angry Birds and you got the pigs, haven't you? Obviously, there's like a war going on, so it's going to be.
I don't think
There's
it's
gonna be
that
some
closely
stupid.
based on the game. It's not going to be just.
It's
There'll be a
not
few
gonna be-
throwing jokes of them jumping into
I
a
just think it's going to
building.
be. crap.
Is this going to be either a Pixels and be awful, or
Do you
is
even
this?
like Pixels?
No, I didn't. It was awful. Or is this
No, I
going to
did.
be
I like that.
just a film where they throw mild Angry Birds in just so it's got a reference to it,
Yeah.
and then Bish Bash Bosh is still
It's a merchandising film, innit?
Yeah.
Just sell it to.
And then what they'll do is they'll release so much more products on the back of it, and the creators of Angry Birds will go, money, thank you, good night.
Yeah.
We didn't touch on it on the sequels. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Not bothered.
Not bothered. 13 Hours of Secret Soldiers of
Yes.
Ben
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Michael Bay finally doing something other than Transformers.
And do you know what? I hope. I'm pretty good that I agree with John that I'm looking forward to this film. John, you might have finally had some film taste.
Yeah.
However, because of Michael Bay involvement,
You're a little bit worried.
I'm a little bit worried
Yeah.
that it's going to be as dog shite as
Can
the other
someone
shitty film he
bring me
once made,
into the light
several
on this
thousand.
because I have no idea.
It's
So,
a film,
yeah, so
Yeah, it's basically it's like Call of Duty, to be honest.
It's
That's
like
exactly what it looks like.
the closest film you can compare to is Black Hawk Down,
Ah,
but it's in Libya.
It looks
Ooh.
brilliant.
So they're in Libya, shit goes down,
Oh, shit goes down.
and then they go in to rectify the situation.
Oh, they're going to rectify the situation. Oh,
Well, I'm looking forward to that then.
the trailer just
Yeah.
it just blows your mind, doesn't
yeah,
it?
the
I
trailer
need
looks
to watch
amazing.
that trailer.
It
Yep.
kind of looks
Oh,
American
so good.
Snipery, Black Hawk Downy,
Black Hawk, I like that.
Yeah.
It is very good.
and
Way of
my
explaining
only
it.
concern is, do they do it as Michael Bay's previous releases? I can't remember, they were so crap. Will it be that
John
kind
Smith.
of Black Hawk Downy Americanized crap?
How often can you use the word?
Are you saying Black Hawk Down the Track?
No, not in a long
God,
shot.
alright.
But
Whoa!
I just thought we were...
no, but it's very Americanized on
Oh,
what
yeah.
the actual story was. I
American
prefer,
Sniper was as well. Though,
yeah, I prefer much truer dramatization of the actual events. And I know somewhat of the Benghazi story, but I kind of don't want to go away and find out before I watch it, because I'll go, oh, that didn't happen, and that didn't happen. So I want to kind of hold myself back till I've seen the film, and then go away, and then tear the film apart.
Oh, you'll tear the film apart in a positive way, I can guarantee it. It'll be fucking brilliant.
It's Michael Bay, so I'm not sure.
Sure. It'll be fucking brilliant.
That's pretty. I mean, there's a lot more, but we could never cover them all. There's a little film called Midnight Special, which
That looks
I'm aware
decent.
of, and it's like this kid who's got these powers. He's quite dangerous. You can affect people's minds, I think, and stuff like that. And his dad's trying to protect him, and it's only a small budget film, but I think superhero films can benefit from that. They don't just use special effects to try and sell it. It's more character driven, and I'm quite looking forward to that one. But yeah, that's all the main films I would probably say for 2016. We've got a hell of a year, man. I'm never going to leave that cinema.
And do you know, one of the ones I'm most looking forward to hasn't been covered.
What was that?
Allegiant.
The
Maze
Divergent
Runner.
series.
Yeah.
Really?
Isn't that what you're
Oh,
talking about? That's
sorry,
right.
so you've got Divergent, Insurgent, and Allegiant.
Yeah, I'm quite looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I didn't like the last one.
Is that coming out this year, is it?
Yes,
Right.
it is.
Oh,
I
right.
thought
Quite
the
enjoyed
The first one. Yeah, I'll give you that.
second one was a bit flat.
Yeah, it was. In the first one, she was fit as fuck, and the second one, she cut her hair shite.
It's all about the hair.
Swearing this. How much editing is Rick going to have to do? Basically,
Hardly
when
did.
you speak, he's going to have to bleep it.
I do anyway. No one wants to see it, John.
Well, that's true, yeah.
Just-
Only plays on the one he listens to.
You make
Yeah,
me swear, shut up.
See the vein on his forehead popping up.
And his hair falling out.
So we'll quickly bomb through news because we have to be aware of times.
Yes,
Might end
we
up being
do.
quite a long one. I've got a Star Wars review to do yet and films we've watched. So the news. First look at Benedict Cumberbatch's Doctor Strange has appeared over the last few weeks.
Yeah.
He looks good. He looks like a Doctor
Strange.
Strange. We've got the world premiere of Suicide Squad trailer. Will be out on the 19th of January. That's pretty good. I'll be looking forward to that.
Do we know how that's getting released?
No.
Just because.
I think actually there might be a TV show in America that is going to be. I can't
Because
remember now.
lately, there's obviously, during the half times of the NFL,
Yeah.
there's lots of film releases. Now,
That's how we got the TV spot.
that's how we got the
Batman.
TV. But there's been a few more previously. But I know that's like a big weekend in NFL fixtures. But then the other thing is, Super Bowl 50's coming up, and there's normally
not on the 19th, is it?
No, it's the 8th of February, 7th of February, or 8th of February, depending on timings.
Yeah.
And the first advert of Super Bowl is the big advert of the year.
Yeah.
And normally, what happens is it goes to a big sponsor who put big loads of money in. But last year, it went to a film.
Right.
I can't remember which one it was. But then this year, they've already said there's going to be a big preview of something as the first advert of the NFL Super Bowl halftime.
The Super
show.
Bowl is a massive advertising
80%
opportunity,
of
isn't it?
America watch the Super Bowl, so
yeah.
that's why there's so much money. So that's what.
There's bound to be new TV spots, at least 30-second long trailers and stuff, and that we want to see.
I'm just having a little nose at the back of the TV. Don't look one interface.
But yeah, I would expect a few new bits of film out then. James Gunn raves about Civil War, and he loves Tom Holland playing Spider-Man. To quote, he says, "Off the charts, truly, hand to my heart, he's amazing." So I'm a little bit worried that Spider-Man won't be in Civil War very much. It's more of like a cameo type thing, because then he's going to get his proper film, isn't he? But if he can say that about someone, he's got to have had a decent enough role.
This is true, but did Michael Bay not say Transformers was great?
Taking $11 billion,
Film.
$11 billion, 2015 saw the US box office become the highest grossing domestic year in movie history. That's $11 billion just in America, not worldwide, just in America. You've got Jurassic World, Avengers, and a little bit of Star Wars to thank for that. Star Wars pushed it over the edge, I think.
Yeah.
But that's it's a lot of money, isn't it? And they were saying that cinema's going to die away and all this. What are you doing, John?
Eating a chocolate.
Okay. That like all these torrents and illegal downloadings destroying this industry. It's really not.
No, it's not. And the thing is, for big films like that, they need a big screen, so you can kind of understand it.
Yeah.
I think this year we'll see something similar with the amount of like Deadpool-y stuff, the Suicide Squad stuff that's coming out. They're going to need a big screen for it. So you probably won't see a dip this year, I don't think.
Mm-hmm. No, this year
I would hope
potentially could be
greater still.
I wonder if they're counting the money now from Star Wars. I'd imagine so. I mean, for that particular film, that'll be based on a 2015, how much it makes and stuff, but I wonder if we'll be looking at from as soon as you hit the 1st of January, how much block... Yeah, it will do.
Well, it depends. Well,
I don't know how they work that out.
Won't it end on their tax year in August?
No, because
it's nothing like that.
Different.
Yeah, I'm saying that.
And it doesn't work like that with box office anyway, does it?
I wonder if what they'll do is that once Star Wars stops screening, they'll revise it and put all that take into 15.
No, I think they should be counting how much they're taking for Star Wars and anything from the 1st of January to the 31st of December. That's a year in Hollywood, but I don't know. Christopher Waltz will only return to the Bond franchise if Daniel Craig comes back for more sequels.
That's interesting.
So if Daniel Craig comes back, they're going to carry it on as a running sequel, I would imagine.
Didn't he say that
Bond doesn't normally do?
Wrists
Yeah,
Bond again
until someone offers him a ridiculous amount of money.
Wait till somebody goes, Mr. Craig, we'd like to offer you X million pounds, and he'll go,
just one more.
How many more eggs do I need to eat?
Yeah.
How many eggs do I need to eat?
All the training that
Yeah.
I know that was a reference to Hugh Jackman, but
yeah.
Oh, did they say that? Did he?
Yeah. That's why this is going to be his last Wolverine, because he's sick of eating eggs.
Well, don't eat eggs. Eat something else then.
Runtime for Deadpool is 106 minutes. It was unconfirmed. I need to check if that's now been confirmed, but it's from a very reliable source, which is an hour 46 minutes, which is quite short.
That is quite short.
That is good maths, though. Well done.
Thank you. That's quite short for a superhero film. However,
but it's a standalone.
I don't like them when they drag
film.
out. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're not trying to squeeze in a million characters. You've just got them.
Because
okay, disappointed by that.
Okay, it's only 14 minutes under the 2 hour mark.
Yeah.
But that potentially opens up so much more that if it does well, do we get another Deadpool?
Oh, it's going to do extremely well. No doubt about it.
I can't believe Fox wasn't sure about it. That's why it's took them so long to make it. They had to really fight to get this film to be made. They made loads of promo footage and all sorts for it. You know the scene on the motorway and things?
Yeah.
That was initially shot as like a kind of promo, this is what we would like to do and stuff. They then had to leak that onto the internet to get everyone to go, we want this, and like put pressure on Fox to finally say, all right then. And then obviously they had to get them to allow Fox to allow them to make it an R-rated film, because it was kind of up to Fox. Because obviously they're looking at the audience. It's going to knock the audience down if it's only for adults. But the film needed to be that for who Deadpool is. It had to be like that. Well, you saw him in Wolverine, the Deadpool in that, Ryan Reynolds, with the sellotape his mouth shut and stuff, so he couldn't talk. So they get round him how he swore all the time and stuff, and he was just crap. Everyone hated that Deadpool. So yeah, they really had to fight for it, and now I think it's gonna probably save Fox. X-Men's really good, but Daredevil Season 2 returns to Netflix on the 25th of March, same day as Batman vs Superman hits theatres.
Well, that's going to be missed, isn't it?
So that's Marvel going against DC, trying to dent DC, but come on, Batman v Daredevil is brilliant. Have any of you seen it?
No.
Nope.
It is spot on.
I need to watch it. All I've got to do is put it on Netflix.
It is really, really good. No. In regards to the poll I did for Tarzan versus Jungle Book,
please tell me Jungle Book wiped the arse of Tarzan.
Jungle Book got 74% of the votes.
Good.
And I agree.
Is that 3 against 1?
No, there was quite a few people who played in that one.
6 against 2.
I agree with that one. Emma Stone, who is beautiful, is in talks to play the young Cruella de Vil in the Disney live action.
As long as she gets
Cruella
naked,
movie.
I'm happy.
She's so beautiful.
Got naked, did she?
I'm quite a fan of hers.
I don't think she got naked, did she? Cruella.
She might have done it
well, she had to put on a
100
dog coat.
As long as she went on spring break. If this is Cruella spring break, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Disney, if you're listening, there's a spin-off for it.
Emma Stone, man. I'm going to marry that lass.
Fight yourself.
Fight myself?
Yep.
Fight myself?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll still lose.
Probably. Winter Soldier director Joe Russo wants to see a Black Widow movie, and I quote, "Keep pressuring them. I think it's time."
I would like to see a Black Widow.
I would
movie.
also like to see a Black Widow. She's not overpowered. She's quite a normal-ish kind of person, so it wouldn't.
I would like to see her naked.
Again, a Black Widow spring break movie would go on this.
Just throw that in.
Marvel.
No, I think, and it could be a lower budget film, maybe like the Ant-Man type of thing. Nothing mega.
No, it doesn't have to be a massive budget film.
And it'd still make money.
Towards the end of the 15
and to be fair, it could just be her on screen for 2 hours.
Yeah, it'd make a better movie than Ant-Man would.
And 26 minutes with her on screen, just on repeat.
I don't think a lot of people would argue with that.
And final news
Marvel,
story.
easy money.
Yeah, do it please. Final news story: Star Wars: Force Awakens becomes the first film in history to pass $800 million in the US alone. No other film has ever done that. Ever.
We all knew it was going to be a massive, massive blockbuster.
But how quick has it done that, though? To be fair,
that's not surprising to me.
It's Star
Wars.
It's
not even been there a month yet.
Must be creaming in their pants.
And some.
Because I mean, I know if this has probably been in plan for years. But I mean, they've got the amusement parks popping up now in their Disney resorts. They can have it all in there. They own. It's a monopoly. Crazy. It's almost a monopoly in cinema, isn't it? Mm. With Avengers as well, all the Marvel stuff, and Pixar.
I wonder what their net worth is.
It's a lot of money. I'm doing research. I'm doing an article about Disney. It'll be up probably next month. Looking into Disney, Walt Disney and how he became who he is, and the amount of companies Disney now own. That you've never even thought about.
Staggering.
They own ESPN. I think we might have touched on this before. ESPN, they own. They haven't told us exactly how much, but a large share in GoPro. Just random stuff that you never even think about, like Photo Bucket. Some photo uploading site.
The thing is, when you've got that much money, you can just throw money whenever you want. If it comes off, it comes off and makes you money. If it doesn't, oh well.
To be honest, I'm quite surprised by that.
We're leaving this up to John for the
Five-
facts.
40, no.
42.6
I'm
million.
not
is
going to
what
believe
happens.
this fact anyway, no matter what it is. I'm not going to believe
Anyway,
That-
Disney, it seems you're making a fucking shit ton of money.
Yeah, you're making a fortune.
Can you please make your prices a little bit more cheaper so I can come to fucking
There we go.
Disneyland?
The Walt Disney Company held assets worth a total of $74.9 billion US dollars.
74 billion.
74.9 billion.
Holy shit.
And you thought when they bought Star Wars or
And-
George Lucas
and-
for a few billion,
Yeah.
like that was pocket money.
And
Yeah,
that's only assets.
Yeah.
How much was that? 74?
So you've got
74.9 billion. That's US dollars.
so that's going through. You've then got cash flow on top of that. You're talking trillion.
See, I've got another one here. It says the net worth and market capitalization of Disney company has been estimated as 103.96 billion.
That sounds about right because that includes all the rest. See, their assets are just things like Disney World, Disneyland, what they own in the studios, what they own outright and stuff. That second figure will include like money they've got coming in, investments that they've got coming in, paying
Yeah.
out. That's
That's an
ridiculous.
obscene amount of money, isn't it?
I'd just like 0.1% of that, please. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't even notice it missing, and my life would be sorted.
Yeah,
It's crazy, isn't it?
yeah.
Absolute joke, man.
It's like the whole Bill Gates thing. If he wanted to take all his money out of the bank, there's literally not enough money in the world
Yeah.
for him to do that.
Yeah.
It's just numbers on a computer screen. It's mental. Reviews, Si.
Yes.
Is it alright if we kick off with the Star Wars review? With
Oh,
no
yeah.
spoilers?
No, go
If
for
there's
it.
no
Yeah.
spoilers, then I'll happily sit here.
No spoilers.
First spoiler though, the telly's going through the wall.
No spoilers. I've done a written review, which you'll find on popcornography.co.uk. I went to the cinema. I hadn't seen a Star Wars film. Well, I hadn't seen the original trilogy since I was about 12. Couldn't remember. I could barely remember anything, but I know that I remember the main bits
Yeah.
that pop culture doesn't let you forget. And I'd seen the original, the episodes 1, 2, and 3 in the cinema. Sat down, watched it, thoroughly enjoyed it, and it made me, and which I believe the reason why this film exists is to bring in a new fan base.
Yeah.
It had to kind of please the existing fans by throwing in, Han Solo and Leia and
Yeah.
Chewbacca and stuff. So nods to the originals, but it's to bring in a new fan base to then diving board into more Star Wars films, which they've obviously got planned for now, probably forever. So after watching it, I wanted to watch the original trilogy again, remind myself. And it kind of damaged how much I liked Force Awakens, because if you watch A New Hope, it is pretty much the exact same movie. Like how they come across, like the way the information is on little BB-8, the new R2D2. Basically, that's all it is. It's just another one of them. It's given data. It finds what's she called? Rey. There's Rey Finn. Is it Rey, the girl?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
you'll like
hot.
her.
She's
She's my new favourite thing.
Hey,
However, like it even the planet they go to, it all feels like it's been done before.
Yeah.
Now it's still a really good film, but you can't let it off from that. You got to go. Even the weapons they're using and stuff like that. The Death Star. They've literally just copied it. However, the characters that they've introduced and the way that they brought in new characters as well as old ones, it was really well balanced.
I like the fact as well it wasn't a stint, if you know what I mean.
No.
It wasn't 5 minutes. A lot of films where original characters come into the film, you sometimes only see.
Oh, it's cameos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that they're involved.
Main story.
Yeah.
line.
And I didn't know that was what was going to happen.
Oh, right.
And I
okay.
really enjoyed that because I thought it brings a bit more, and it brings the old universe in line with the new universe.
Yeah.
And so I really enjoyed that because
Yeah.
I was thinking to myself, are they just going to go on now?
Yeah.
But the fact that they're in it, I really enjoyed it. Without obviously going into the other details.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Rey, I think initially, I think she's brilliant. There was a few lines that fell a little bit flat at the beginning, felt a little bit awkward, but overall, she's definitely strong enough to take that series forward. You'll want to follow her throughout. Finn, the stormtrooper.
Yeah.
What an actor he is.
He's bloody good.
Isn't he?
I didn't expect much from him.
Yeah.
He was really good. Like the way he portrayed.
He's him as an actor, Graham. You're gonna see him in a lot of films. He kind of reminds me, how Kingsman came out and Tyrone, whatever his name, he's now going to be a big star. You watch a film and you're like, they're going to do well out of it.
Yeah.
And the other guy is Poe, isn't it? Poe's the fighter.
Yes.
And he's kind of like a younger Han Solo, isn't he, of the franchise? And there's a certain scene in his little TIE fighter which was brilliant. You remember the bit? It was actually filmed at Lake District.
Yeah, I remember you saying something about this.
Yeah, but that battle in the sky, that was brilliant. But that was the one thing. The pacing of the film is very fast. It doesn't really take much time. It doesn't have much time to breathe. It kind of just fires through. You'll have like a little bit of character development, and then boom, another action scene, and a little bit of boom. And I'd liked it to have slowed down a little bit. At
Don't
times.
go to the toilet.
Yeah, guaranteed. Yeah. What did you think of Kylo Ren?
I was surprised because I didn't expect it to. I was expecting someone gruntier.
I thought at the beginning, I thought it was brilliant.
Yes,
he had so much like foreboding kind of evilness. He made a really, really good villain.
Yeah.
But then they made the mistake. It's not really a spoiler. I mean, he takes his mask off.
I was going to say he shouldn't have took his
because he's a
off.
character, and you get to know him a bit more and stuff.
I don't have a clue what you're talking about, to be honest.
He's like the new Darth Vader.
Oh, right, okay.
He takes his mask off. Now, Darth Vader, he was hidden all the way through, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it's that hint of mystery, which I like, and I don't think they should have ever unmasked him.
No, I think it's because
it makes him human.
But have they done a good baddie outside of Darth Vader? Because they attempted it with Darth Maul, didn't they?
Well,
in the original, in the new, the 1, 2, and 3, Darth Maul was the attempted baddie, and that was horrific.
Mm-hmm.
You say no. You say no because I'm only saying I think he will be because he's not finished.
Oh, I know, but he just kind of a little bit too much whininess. It kind of reminded me of the when Darth Vader's becoming Darth Vader and how he's a spoiled brat, annoying. And there was hints of that, and I don't want that. I want my bad guy to be proper evil. I know that they took the mask off to give him more character and make him a little bit more. But
they don't have to. Darth Vader, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
To the very end.
Exactly, and that was a brilliant
one of
the end of the film,
most iconic scenes in film history.
Yeah, and unmasking him.
Yeah.
And as soon as he took his mask off, I was like, I don't find him scary anymore.
And that's the thing. Everybody watching that Star Wars trilogy, the original trilogy, wanted that mask to come off, and they left it to the very last moment, last sensible moment.
Yeah.
They could have ended the film there.
Yeah.
But, and you're like, actually, do you know what? I want that again. I want that baddie.
Yeah.
I want that baddie.
Yeah.
And that's what when I wanted Kylo to be that same thing where you left that masked mystery until you needed to take it.
Yeah. You just lose a lot of them. It's like Halo, where you don't know who Master Chief is. You've never seen it. I mean, we've been going over decades now, and we still don't know what he looks like. I like that because it can be whoever you want to. Your imagination's more powerful than anything that you're ever going to see on screen. So when he took his mask off, it annoyed me a little bit. But to wrap it up, I think the film did the best it could to try and please the old fans and the new. It didn't take any risks. We're not there's not much of the Star Wars magic in where like the characters, like new inventive characters and stuff. Yeah. They've kind of played it very safe.
Everyone was pissed off with Jar Jar Binks, and so
they
didn't really want to put in something new because then it might be on the same sort of.
But without that, then your expansion's only so far.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah.
If you know you're going to get, we know they're going to do 3. We know that, don't we?
At least,
so they go right. We'll do, and then do you get towards the end of the second one and go, if the second one's the same, oh, actually, do you know what? We've got no more characters here. And then the third one's no more characters. Then they go, oh, we're going to bring out another three. Go, well, you're going to give me something to draw me into that. For me, if you want me to stick past another three, then they're going to have to give me a big character that draws me out of these three. And that was the thing with Darth Vader, because although you knew how he ended, you kind of go, well, hang on, how the chuff did he get to that point, which was what the original, the 1, 2, and 3 were about. And then, but I want to know more. I want another character that's Darth Vader that draws me across 3, 4, 5, 6.
The new characters they've introduced are great, but they are copies of characters that have existed already.
Right.
They all can replace ones that have gone before. He's him. She's her, him, her, him. Yeah. You know what I mean? It doesn't, and it's just like. I put the amount of pressure on J.J. Abrams to make a good film there. If you're trying to direct Star Wars after however long it's been gone, and after the kind of failure of the other ones, it would have been, introduce all these new characters, bring back the old ones.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it when it finished. Is there a character you would like them to keep? I mean, because obviously they're not gonna keep bringing back.
I want Yoda back. That's not going to happen.
The old characters, but from the film,
that was a mistake.
From The Force Awakens, and obviously you know what characters are there. Is there a character that you want to continue to be there, like for the next films? Because there was one, I want to keep in there. It was R2-D2. I hope they bring that character back, because for me, he's a big part. It was a big part of the films.
BB-8's my new favourite.
I love BB-8.
Oh my god, this little chap. Got the little model of him already.
Do you know what? And as well, there was
so much character for a ball with a head.
Yeah. And there's a scene with him, and you can actually, it was like you can connect to him rather not thinking of him as just a bloody magnetic ball. That's still you feel for him.
Emotions for a robot. Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck?
Well, it's like R2-D2, isn't it? That's what I mean. Like they all kind of.
I do hope they keep R2-D2. I don't. I just hope he's just going to get pushed away.
The other thing I'm kind of hoping, and this probably goes against what they're going to do, but now they're doing the spin-offs. I kind of want to. I would like to maybe see them do like an Origins version of characters.
They are.
So like,
they're already working on Han Solo.
Yeah, see, Hans will be
there's
one.
an Origins Han Solo film.
Chewie. So do they play that into the Hans?
Yeah, they must do.
Yeah.
Hey?
Do they have to do that first because of Harrison?
It won't be Harrison playing him. It's a young version.
Yeah, it'll be young version. It'll be younger version.
Harrison doesn't want to do anymore.
But yeah, like that kind of thing where they're going
Does he not?
To do that character background and stuff, and as long as they're done well, then I like to see that. So you can even Leia. We've kind of been there with her.
She was already in the fight at the beginning, wasn't she?
Yeah.
So
where we know there's kind of with the original 3 and the new older 3, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6. There's that link of Amidala, but then actually what's
so much they can do in that
leading
universe.
Up to it.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, she's definitely. You can tell she's aged.
She's not quite. I wouldn't want to see her lying in a fancy little bikini. Yeah, well, I wouldn't want to see that now.
Well,
no offense.
Right? Do they release some unseen photos of the original backstage of the original shooting? And some of the pictures of Carrie Fisher on there, you're like,
and she's lying with
Jabba.
Jabba though,
and that gold bikini, yeah.
Because she was quite obviously younger than back then.
Yeah.
Generally, what happens when back then you're younger than you are now.
George Lucas had convinced her not to wear any bra or underwear because he wanted to portray that there was no such thing as underwear in space. So that's why she doesn't wear like bra.
No such thing as underwear in space.
I mean that there.
She's just a dirty bitch.
That's another worry I've got. Like, it's Disneyfication. It's gone very Avengery. Like, kind of. There's no kind of blood. It's very to make sure like the kids are alright with that. But you know what I did for what it had to do. It's done it. It's a very strong foundations. The next film has to do new stuff.
Yeah.
The next film has to take you on a mission, like a story that it journey that you've never travelled before, and avoid all the kind of cliche
New characters, new strong characters.
Yeah, all the cliche Death Stars and
maybe Abrams does in the next one. Maybe this was
he's
in
not doing the next one.
Oh, that's what
he wishes he was.
Yeah.
He said that he's seen the script and wishes he was. And then Colin Trevor's doing the 10th, hang on, 4th or 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th one. 9th one. There's a petition to try and get Thingy back to do the 10th one. George Lucas.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Bring it. I'll sign it. Get me that now. I'll sign it.
Well, isn't he not just an overseas? Is he like producer?
Not well. He's nothing really. He sold everything, didn't he? But he'll still have a bit of a part in it in some way, probably. But they're not. No one's going to listen to him. Doesn't matter.
No.
They own it now. But yeah, overall, I'm happy with it. It just, I don't think we'll fully know how good it is until the next one's come out.
Yeah.
Because if the next one does the same, it's going to be.
I loved the fighting scenes. I loved the flying scenes.
The effects were stunning.
They were absolutely fantastic. Character development was brilliant. I felt, especially for the new characters.
A little bit quick, but
yeah, it was a little bit.
It can
quick,
slow down a little bit more now.
Overall, I think it's a fantastic film.
Yeah.
And you need to watch it, John.
I know. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch the originals first before I crack onto that. So.
Well, it's pointless now. You know all the spoilers, don't you?
No, yeah, I do. Yeah.
Hey, sorry, just when you say it, what order are you going to watch them in? Are you going to watch
Don't
them?
start this again.
No. Just.
I'm doing it now. I've just watched the first trilogy.
Are you
I've
gonna
just
watch-
finished the third one today.
Are you going to watch
sixth
one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then go see 7?
I'm going to watch them in the order that they were originally done in.
Released in.
4,
so
5, 6,
4,
then
5,
1,
6,
2,
1, 2,
3,
3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what I'm doing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just watched
And
4,
you
5,
could
6
be-
today. And I'm gonna watch.
See this is my problem with
This is how they're released. And
I
it's
know-
quite easy to know what's
I,
happening.
I, for some strange reason, I can't get my head around it.
The damaged Darth Vader as well, so you'd want to watch him from the first one because Vader's
No, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to watch
more
them from
mystery. There's more
when they
mystery
first
to it.
came out to up to present.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So you're not watching them in the
No.
order they should be? No, you're
No.
watching them just...
Watch them in, well, I am watching them in the order I believe they should be, really.
Mm.
So like, in one film he'd be dead, in the next
I am
film he'd be
because
alive.
Vader,
This is a whole
yeah,
debate.
Vader has got so much mystery to him. And if you watch the 1, 2, 3s, you know he's a bit of a whiny dick.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, right, we'll quickly blast around what have you watched. Quickly.
Shall I go first? Because I've got quite a few, to be honest.
On this quickness
Yeah,
thing,
yeah, go.
Right, watch Prisoner.
Brilliant.
Hugh Jackman. Probably one of his best films I've ever seen him in.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It shows his acting ability, doesn't it?
Wow.
Every parent's
Very good
nightmare
film.
comes true, and he's just amazing in it.
Yep.
So yes, a real good watch. Everest.
Yeah, good film.
Yep,
Is
you
it?
enjoy it.
Yeah, love
Yeah,
that.
I've got
yeah.
it to watch.
I've heard quite a few people not
I've
like
heard
it.
like kind of
I
like
can understand
it's
why
alright.
people don't watch it. As someone who's into mountain climbing, who's someone who is interested in Everest itself, great film.
See, I like them sort of films, and
Yeah.
I did enjoy it. It's got the fellow out of who we just Hail Caesar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got the fellow in.
Okay.
Yep.
So
So
it's worth a watch, alright.
Yeah.
it is worth. Yeah,
definitely.
I've had it for a
definitely.
bit, I just think
Based on a true story as well, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real good. The Martian. Finally
Yeah.
watched that. Oh, it's
Did
sensational.
your film of the year change
Yep.
from last year? Film of the year?
Yeah.
To
From,
was Jurassic-
from Jurassic World to The Martian, yeah,
Yeah.
without
good,
doubt.
good lad.
Well, I wouldn't say without doubt because Jurassic World was
From a
spectacular.
production point of view, I agree, but I enjoy Jurassic World more.
Oh, it was a good film, but The Martian, it was epic.
We
for
didn't
me.
touch on that. Does Star Wars go anywhere in your list?
Oh god, yeah.
Where?
One.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, it doesn't go to 1.
Yeah.
It falls behind Jurassic World, and then it was Martian for me, I think it was. And then it goes in there. 3rd, I would say.
I knew it would for me though. I knew it would.
Very good film, but
I mean, again, Matt Damon depicted an absolute outstanding character
yeah. They
for
keep-
for the main guy. Hitman Agent 47.
I've had this one to watch for ages.
Now,
It's on my watch list.
It's-
To watch list.
To watch this.
It's not-
I enjoyed that.
it was
Surprise, Sam.
It was a
Solid 8.5.
good watch. I mean, they did another one with they did a previous one with Timothy Oliphant before, and I preferred that one.
All right. I haven't watched any of them.
No, I don't think I've watched.
Have you not watched
I might
that one?
have. I just don't know.
It's. I
Is
don't
it
think
a reboot? Is it a refresh?
I don't think it's. I don't think that's the same storyline. From what I can remember, no.
Right.
But
It's not a. What? No, it is
no,
a reboot, isn't it?
no, it's not the
It's
same
a new-
storyline as the what.
That's what I'm saying. It's
It's
nothing
We
to
had
do
this
with the
debate
other
on
one.
New Year's Eve. We still couldn't figure out
No,
what it
it's
was.
Nothing
not.
to do with the other ones. It's a new Hitman, isn't it?
No, it
It's a different
is a new,
actor and everything.
a different actor
Right.
completely. Yeah.
Reboot.
Paranormal Activity Ghost Dimension, you kind of know what you're expecting of that. The others were more or less the same. It was around Christmas time back in 2013. A little girl gets, I don't know, hooked on this demon and all hell breaks loose. If you like scary, jumpy things, then it's the one for you. Again, it's like a documentary where they go around with a camera. You've seen them all before if you've watched them in the past. Not really a fan of it.
Can I just say, John, that was possibly one of the best reviews you've done.
Really?
I liked that review.
Oh, thank you.
It was nice, it was short, it was snappy.
I'd like to review. We're reviewing his reviews now.
Cheers, thank you.
A solid 8.5.
Right,
Reviews that, John.
Buried. Watch Buried. Fuck me. Honestly, it was horrible.
Well, I have because I was the one who told you to watch it.
Horrible.
You watched it.
I
If you're the only one who
No, I'm
hasn't.
not watching it.
Have you not? Why?
Are you not watching
You're
it?
not watching it.
Are you claustrophobic?
No, I don't know. Last time you lot raved about a film.
I'll give it.
Honestly, give it a go, mate. Honestly, I'm claustrophobic and I hated it. Absolutely hated it, but I stuck by it. How to make a film in a box, completely in a
The
box.
entire film's in there.
It's just insane. It's just insane.
It sounds
Right.
shit to me.
It does. It does.
And last time you
I
lot
love
raved
films
about
like
a
that.
film, I went and I was like, ugh.
But Ryan Reynolds again.
Not last
It-
time. If we're coming back to
Okay,
that.
not last
But-
time, then
right.
the one before.
He brings out some humour, although he's stuck in a fucking box.
It was a bit.
Yeah, it was brilliant, wasn't it?
It brings out some humour. I think is he on the phone to his ex-missus or something?
He's not getting very far, is he? No
He
one
tells
really
her to
cares.
fuck off or something.
Fuck you, Deborah. I'm so sorry, but I really needed that number.
He gets a number and tells her to fuck off anyway.
So what's the pretense of this?
Basically, he's an American truck driver.
Right.
And he's part of a
Iraq,
convoy in Iraq. And they get hit by IED bombs.
We don't see any of this.
No,
you don't.
Story
He wakes
tells.
up.
He wakes up in the actual box. He just describes as when he's trying to get help.
Right.
And anyway, he gets knocked out by kids throwing rocks at him.
Right.
I think it's out.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Anyway, and he rocks up in this box, and it's just him trying to get out.
Right, okay, thank you.
Okay.
matter. And in there he's got a phone.
He's got a few utensils to use.
There's reasons the terrorists have put that in there.
Right.
And yeah, a lighter.
Yeah, he's got a lighter and a phone, and it just basically...
Pretty basic stuff.
Yeah.
I tell you one thing that did piss me off. The end.
No, shh.
No.
The end was brilliant.
No. I'm on about the fucking title credits. What the fuck was that music?
Oh, the music.
Oh,
It
don't
did
know.
Who
not
watches
go-
the title?
No,
credits?
no, right.
This twat here.
Me and Amy watched it.
It would have been a solid
we were
8.5.
like, wow, right, because of the ending, right.
It
It was
was...
random choice for music. I grant
And then
you that.
all of a
I
sudden,
can't remember the music.
it was like, ding, 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 ding.
I was
I think
actually-
it needed something a little light-hearted. though.
It was...
What?
It was so intense.
It was.
It was so hard
My
to watch.
insides would curled up. I was sat on
Oh.
this chair and my legs were up here, and I was just like, oh man, I lied.
There's certain things that he does in the coffin as well. You think, how the fuck is that possible?
I got cramped twice because I was tensing up that much. I had to. It was how many times did you have to tell yourself to breathe? 'Cause it must have been about
awful.
6 for me. I'm like,
Absolutely awful.
It is one of them fears, isn't it?
It's your worst nightmare come true, basically. It is your worst nightmare. Anyway, the last one, Sicario. Now, I'm sorry, but fuck, how hard was that to follow?
not very.
Not very.
I'm sorry it was.
No, because
Yeah.
the girl, the main lead, doesn't know what's happening.
No.
Until about halfway through the film. That's the point. You're in her shoes.
You
You,
need
don't
to-
know what's
yeah.
happening, do you? That's the point of that film.
If you knew what was happening, you'd be going. Come
Well,
on,
to be honest, hang on. To be honest, right? Okay, maybe I'm lying a bit. I did kind of get the gist when certain things were happening with Del Toro, the Mexican actor. When he started to
He played that really well.
Yeah, when he started to come about, then I kind of got the gist. But it was, I would see you guys were raving about it, and I didn't think it was all that.
I was raving about it because I didn't expect anything when I watched it, and for a nice film that's you don't have to like something different to all these superhero films and reboots and
it's not high
knockoffs.
budget either.
I thought it was very well done. The scenes where they're driving through the city and that the bridge scene and things like that, the tension was like genuine tension and stuff, and I thought it was brilliantly shot.
Right. And the fact
It was
that
beautifully
based
shot, in
on
fact.
what was right and what was wrong.
Have we all seen it, by the way?
Yes.
Right, okay.
So, my 2 pence worth. After you lot raved about it, I watched it. And similarly to the last time you lot raved about a film, I expected great things. And I didn't get the great things that some people were blowing it up to be. It was good film. I agree with the tension. That bit where they're driving through the city to go do the raid, to go get them from the prison. Great. And like every time they turn a corner, you're like, oh, they're going to get shot. Oh, they didn't. Oh, they're going to get shot. Oh, they didn't. Oh, and then on the bridge, you know, with when they're going through the border control, you're like, oh. And at that point, you kind of go, okay, something's going down. And then they dragged it out, and then, for me, the bit that where the climax of that scene, you kind of went, "Is that it?"
Exactly. And
exactly. I wanted more from that scene.
Okay.
I wanted more action. You know, there was so many more other spins they could put on it.
That scene near the end though is a brilliant scene.
Which one?
At the family dinner table.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, that's when it all started to like kind of crop up. But obviously, like I would say, maybe a good 15, 20 minutes before that, things were starting to make sense.
How long was it?
But I liked that.
How long was it before you shut your jaw?
I bet there was a few scenes.
Over there, she was quite alright.
No,
There was a few scenes where
I know that table scene was just unreal.
There was a few scenes where you're generally like, what's happening now? Like because you're not sure what's going on, and that's what it wanted. Do you know what I mean?
I felt like I got the answers out of what I didn't know was happening throughout the film as it was going along. So I think
a lot of films hold your hand now.
Yeah.
Like, and I like how.
For me, going back to the border crossing, and that scene, for me, it kind of felt like they'd filmed an extra 5 minutes or so, 2, 3, 5 minutes, and then gone, right, we need to cut our running time down. Actually, let's just kill it off at this point. It kind of, for me, and the whole tunnel raid thing when they're going through the tunnels.
Yeah, you didn't see much.
Yeah.
And I get the point of view, you're watching it from somebody's point of view as you're going through the tunnel, but you saw the backs of a couple of people, then you saw like some heat images of like people and it was good. It was a nice, easy watch, but it wasn't. I wanted more from it. I
must admit,
so much more from that.
It wasn't the fact that I found it sometimes difficult to follow, because, like I say, some of it did make sense. Come to the end of it, but I mean, like I said to you there the other day, there was a lady in a bank. She come out, she got arrested, and out of her bag there was like these bands.
Yeah.
And anyway,
no spoilers. Right?
Yeah, but
you're right for one.
That's pretty key.
Yeah, but there was a certain point about maybe 10 to 15 minutes later where that kind of like linked with something else, and that's the only thing I could link. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. But that scene where she's in the bar and the scenes after it, that for me was another point where it was a bit build up. Oh,
I get where you're coming from. I think and I'd agree with a lot of that. But while I've been watching it, because I've been the last couple of like with my course and stuff, you're looking at like the way it's shot as well, and the way that is directed and shot is beautiful. Like, really, I was so impressed with it.
I can't argue with that.
Like even when they're in the dark and they're using night vision, it mixes up with thermal just so the image you don't get tired and things like that. You don't think about that naturally. The panning shots that they use as well, and it didn't try and rush. I think it was paced paced really well. I think that's what impressed me. I get what you're coming from. It fell a little bit flat at the end, but overall, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
It was
I
a
enjoyed
watchable film. It was a watchable film. I'm not going to deny the fact. I think there was too much, and like Graham says, there were certain aspects where you were thinking, like, come on. Oh, okay. Oh, okay then. Right.
That's like foreplay, innit? You tease it. Ooh, you tease it. Ooh. That's what you want from a movie.
Are you going to agree with that, or?
You want the climax at the end. But the climax was, fell a bit flat.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a decent watch. It wasn't all. It wasn't worth the hype that other people have given it, but it was a decent watch.
Yeah.
I'm not going to deny it.
Okay.
If you haven't seen it, I'd definitely say watch it. Just have lesser expectations than were built up.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've done that. What have you watched, man?
So, film-wise, that is going to interest people, not much. I have been watching quite a few films, so I've watched Sicario, obviously. I've watched Spectre.
You've watched Spectre?
I have watched Spectre.
And what did you think? Do you agree with me? I'm a bit negative towards it.
I am a massive James Bond fan.
Yeah.
It was a typical James Bond film, but it felt quite samey. I liked the film, but the whole, I don't know, it's the whole Q thing.
Nothing blew me away.
No,
Not one...
like and do you know, when he's in looking at all the inventions and stuff, and then they go to
some of them.
No, it's when he goes to the old Jag, and you're like, yes, come on, give me an old Bond car. Walks away.
Yeah.
And then the whole, I didn't get the whole. Yeah, he's definitely in Chelsea. At Kensington, wherever it is.
Well, 1 minute he was there, and then another minute.
And then I'm like, I get the point he's hiding from them, but that story never really tied in with where we were going. The ultimate big action scenes weren't
shit. Apart from the first opening scene, none of the action scenes lived up to what they needed.
I wouldn't say those shit. They didn't live up to what you expect to see out of a James Bond film. And look at some of the iconic action scenes of an ending of a James Bond film. You go, come on, I know it's coming, and this one you're like, come on, and
That's it.
Right. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I like it, but for me it feels like you need something fresh. It needs something totally different to bring it
Bond.
back.
Maybe Daniel Craig should walk away now.
And do you know what? Arguably, before I watched Spectre, I'd be like, no.
Yeah, same.
I haven't seen Spectre. I think, do you know what? Maybe he should walk away.
We did a popcorn wars on who it should, and he got into the final again. Now he wouldn't.
No, and that's it. If we really did that now, I personally wouldn't get him put into the final.
No.
Can I just say something? I've just been looking on IMDb. Sicario got a 7.8 on IMDb.
That's good.
That's quite high, that.
All I know it is.
I reckon that's about, I reckon that'll be about right for a rating.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Sorry, carry on.
So I've watched. Then outside of that, I've watched a couple of films that other people probably won't have watched or heard of.
Go on.
Concussion.
Ben does Jerry.
Will Smith.
I'll watch that later.
As a film, as like a biography. If you don't like action films, you just want an in-depth film. It's great. If you're an NFL fan watching it, which I am, holy mother, it's great. It is super.
NFL didn't want that out.
No, and it's the whole thing about the current commissioner is the one who's massively slated in it, and that's why. And you can see why they want to stop it. As an if you're an NFL fan and a movie fan, watch it. Great film. And on the back of that, I also went then and watched a film called Woodlawn, which is similar thing. It's a very low budget film. It's Friday Night Lights, the original Friday Night Lights film. It's that kind of thing. It's a high school football team. It's a university American football team, and it's about the racism in the deep south of America and how they are basically stopping black players getting into the team and how it goes on and then develops and then transgresses into the NFL. Great film. Again, if you're an NFL fan, good film. There's better films out there, but it's still worth a watch.
Good. Okay. And then we've touched on all the ones I've watched. Apart from one, which I'm trying to get the details up here. I think it was 1974. I'll double check. And it's the director who did Godfather,
Yeah.
And Godfather, and it was he filmed it between the first one and this part 2. It's called The Conversation, and it's about a guy played by Gene Hackman, who he spies in on people and records. Obviously, back in the 70s, the technology was a little bit more primitive, but he could record conversations and sell them to the guys who wanted them to be spied on, yeah? And that's how he makes his money. Anyway, he starts to get conscious over this couple that he's listening in, and there's a lot of twists and stuff in it, and it is quite slow. You tend to get that with the older films. It is quite slow until the last half an hour. There's a scene that the tension's so high. It's very Godfather-y. Yeah. It's got a bit of the Shining type of feel to it. It's really good. A certain bit with a toilet. That's all I'll say. However, what I noticed with watching this is what I was surprised by. Gene Hackman works doing this job, spying in on people and stuff. He's very, because of that, he's very, what's the word? Suspicious, yeah. On edge and stuff. He works in a warehouse, in a cage, in a mesh cage, so no one can hear in from electronically and stuff. At the end of the film, he's losing his mind. He doesn't trust a soul. Now, enemy of the state is Gene Hackman, who lives in a warehouse in a mesh cage, who knows all about surveillance and the government and what they can see, and he literally is the same character. And it's not a. I mean, there's in no way does it advertise it as a sequel, but a lot of them hadn't seen it. The Enemy of the State, they hadn't seen Enemy of the State, and after the film finished, I said, "Please, all of you, just go home. Even my tutor, go home and watch that film. It will feel like a direct sequel set exactly the lifespan of from the 70s to now." It was spooky, and I liked that. I wonder how many other films kind of maybe actors. He maybe read that script and thought, "This is me still. This is my character carrying on." But I really enjoyed that. Gave it an extra little touch, but it's good. It's good for a 70s film. Because it's the 2016 preview and stuff, we've literally run out of time, so we'll do the what was the sound effect and everything in the next proper normal podcast. Yeah, happy with that?
Yeah.
And we'll be back as normal in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah.
Another episode. Here's to another year, eh?
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
And you never know, by the end of the year, we might be doing videos and
hopefully
looking into a better sound system for it, so we come across a bit clearer. We can turn John off.
I'll turn me on, Simon. Whichever way you think about it.
But thanks very much for listening, and we'll catch you next time.
See you later. Bye.